I wish I had that. Hi guys, welcome back to another fresh week at the start of what I'm going to call spring. We've had a few nice bits of weather and suddenly everything's looking good. I'm feeling all positive about the season ahead. So I thought what would be a good idea is to go through with you guys a nice thing to do at the start of a season, and that is obviously set yourself some goals. Now we all know that like enjoyment is a big goal, but as far as our golf's concerned, what is going to be our goals from here on for the season? Now that could be one of many things. It could be technically work on your swing a bit, maybe get some lessons. Perhaps you want to cut your handicap down a little bit. Perhaps you're on quite a low handicap and you just want to consolidate and make yourself like a much more solid version of that handicap. So it can be lots of different goals. But what I think you should do is firstly write them down, because then you can almost, it's something good for yourself to look at, and it almost something committal about it. So Matt, what do you reckon? What's your
targets for this year?
Targets, yeah.
So I've been working hard over the winter, battling away as ever, as most of us do.
Yeah.
Last year I went up from 9 to 10, which I think was probably lucky. I should have gone up a little bit more, but I held on at 10. So I think the main target really is if I can get back down to 9. I think that would be fair and reasonable, if not a little bit less.
Yeah.
And to hit a few more fairways, just to try and straighten the game out a little bit. Short game's pretty good, chipping and putting. So I think
it's okay chip and putt, isn't it?
yeah, it's good.
I think you've just got an occasional big miss,
Yeah.
which you want to try and level out. Take a bit of work, but I think,
Yeah,
you know, you're certainly skillful enough
it's certainly getting there. Yeah, I mean, I do have a two-way miss sometimes. I had a big right miss before, and now it's turned into a bit of a big left miss. And I'm working hard just trying to hit more fairways. And that's,
yeah, because it's that one hole that gets you each time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so there you go. I mean, that's the sort of thing. So you're going to try and manage that with some, maybe a bit more coaching and maybe a bit more practice, or
yeah,
because you're getting sort of quite swing aware, aren't you now these days?
Yeah, I have more club head awareness, but actually trying to control it is quite hard. So I will settle in and have a few lessons at the start, certainly over the next 4 to 6 weeks. I'll have a couple of lessons.
And then don't play swing through the season.
Yeah, which is what I do. Yeah, tweaking all the time, out on the course as well. So I think probably.
So you thinking down to 7? Is that your target?
7 would be nice. Yeah.
It's got to be an achievable goal. We'll make it 8, whatever you like. But I mean, it's got to be something to work. Because if you say 8 and you get to 8 halfway through the season, then you can always slip it down to
7. Yeah. I think 8 would be good.
8 would be good. Well, there you go. You heard it. We're following. We'll see how he's getting on, shall we?
12 months time.
So yeah, scroll down below and just pop down there what your handicap is, and what your goals or maybe your achievements for last year, and what your goals are for this coming year. It's all very exciting at the moment. We're all full of you know, high hopes for each other, I'm sure. But I think I'd like to make the channel a little bit more of you know, a little bit more of a group. So the feedback's both ways, from you guys to me and me back to you. I love reading the comments and hearing how good or bad you're doing. And if I can help in any way, I will. So I'm quite happy to take a look at some of your swings. I'm not going to be dishing out loads of technical information on here because I personally don't believe it works. I think you need to see ball flight and stand right next to somebody and know their tendencies really well before you can start making judgments and swing changes that can be quite destructive. Anyway, that's for another video altogether. But for now, I think one way of improving everybody's golf, what I've done today is to design a very quick, very easy way of at least hitting the first tee ready to play golf. Now, I expect you to go in the nets and warm up, hit a few shots, kind of warm up with some drivers and 3-irons and, you know, hit some wedges and get the feeling of your swing, maybe in the net or on the range if you're lucky enough to have a range at your course. But most importantly, which most people overlook hugely, and it's the thing that saves your score and often gives you a good day or a bad day, and that is working around your putting and your chipping. Now, I don't want to kind of go into any technical advice on how to chip or how to putt. I've done other videos that you can just check out, I'll link them below, about all those various drills you can go for. But on the golf course, and certainly when you're playing, it's just all about feel and tempo and confidence in your head, and often having hit a few of those shots, because you're going to get out to the 5th hole, suddenly you're going to have a little chip shot, and maybe you haven't hit one for a week because you haven't played for a week. You know, and that is really difficult. I would struggle myself. I play all the time and I practice all the time, but if I haven't hit a specific shot for a long amount of time, when I get over it, I'm not feeling particularly confident over it. So what this next little challenge has done for you guys, and I expect you to do it, if possible, every single time you play. It's dead easy. You just get 5 golf balls. 5 golf balls on the putting green, 5 golf balls on a chipping area, or just any part of grass. It can be in your garden, it could be anywhere, because I know some courses don't have chipping areas that you can you know, work with. But let's just say all you need is a towel, a hat, perhaps, and this is what we're going to do. I've got Matt involved here to give kind of a layman's idea approach. Okay, so the first one, you get 5 balls, you pace out 15 feet away from a hole on the putting green, put the 5 balls down, and all I want you to do is to putt 2 of those 5 balls inside the length of your putter. I think that makes sense. So you can pretty much kind of lie the putter down next to the hole and get an idea of how long that is. And I just want you to get 2 out of the 5 inside the putter. Dead straightforward. You're not thinking of anything. You're not thinking of your stroke or your strike. You're just trying, focusing on getting inside of that dustbin lid, as we always used to call it. Okay, so the next one, all you've got to do is pace out a 10-foot putt. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's downhill, uphill, left to right, right to left. I don't care about that. All I care about is that all 5 of your putts go past the hole. I don't mind if it goes past 10 foot, 5 foot, 2 foot, 1 foot, but I just want all of them to go past the hole. This is giving yourself a confident strike, and it's getting you the impression of what it feels like to release the putter face and let the ball go past the hole. And the very last one, which seems a little bit strange, you're going to measure out a 2-foot putt. And what you're going to do, now a 2-foot putt, you should not really miss too many of those, to be honest. They are kind of your gimme tap-ins. But what we're going to do is we're going to mark out 2 foot, and when you putt these 5 balls, I want you to aim right center of the hole or left center of the hole. Okay, so you're going to knock them in because they're very close, 2-footers. But I want you just to look at the right center of the hole and the left center of the hole and try and put them in either side. Now what this does is focuses your mind on a point on the hole, and inadvertently it takes your mind away from the stroke that you're doing. So focus in on one side of the hole or the other side of the hole. You could even look at a little mark on the back of the cup, perhaps aim at that, and just knock those 2-footers in. Just really concentrate and focus in your mind into that right side or left side. We're not talking about the lip, we're talking about the right half of the hole, left half of the hole. You should find it easy enough, but this will focus and stop you from thinking about your actual stroke. Okay, so then we've got our 15 feet putts, which is based upon getting the length and the speed of the greens. You're only probably going to do 5, so that's dead quick. Then your next ones, you've got your 10-footers. another possible 5. You've only got to get them past the hole. That should be very easy. And again, that is working yourself into a confident stroke. And the last one are the 2-footers and trying to get rid of the focus on your putting stroke itself. Because when you start getting mechanical, everything goes out the window and everything changes. And those variables we find very hard to manage. The last one is I want you to get your jacket or maybe your golf towel, anything you like. And I want you to lay it down on the floor and I want you to walk back 3 paces, okay? And put your 5 balls down there, get your wedge out and chip. 3 of the 5 have got to pitch over the towel or whatever your marker is. This is going to improve with your strike of your chip. It's going to make you think about distance. And again, because you're focusing really hard on carrying a target, it's going to stop you from thinking about your actual technique on your chip shots, which is, you know, unfortunately or fortunately, your technique is as it is at the moment. You don't want to go out changing it out on the golf course. You want to go and play golf and play as naturally as you can with what you've got. Change all the technical stuff for when you get to the driving range or with your coach. You can do what you like then, but when you're on the golf course, you want to get rid of all those. It's the best chance you've got of hitting a good golf shot is with the natural one that you have at this moment in time. You can change that, and that's why people work so hard. But for now, your best chance is your natural shot. Obviously, golf is a very strange thing. You come in and out of form. Sometimes you putt well, sometimes you putt bad. Sometimes it just so happens you have really hard putts all the way around the golf course or really hard chip shots. There's not much you can do about that. But what this will do is give you a better chance of holding those putts and certainly capitalizing on the easier putts. It's going to focus your mind and it's going to make you feel a lot more confident. So give that a go. I promise you your scores will definitely be as good as they can be on that day if you do this every time. So let me know how it goes. It doesn't take long. You could probably do it in 10 minutes. The whole thing you could probably do in 10 minutes, and that makes it manageable. I don't want you guys to go out the thing and, oh God, I've got to do all this before I go out on the range. You don't have to do that, but a few shots in the nets, maybe, driver, maybe hit a wedge or an 8-iron, just to loosen up, maybe a few stretches, and then do this little routine around the putting green, dead easy, and you're away, and it'll be great. Let me know how it goes. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week. It's the highlight of my week when I upload the videos, because it's nice to see all your smiling faces and your comments coming back. You know, good or bad, it's all good fun banter either way. So like and subscribe and hit the little bell notification. If you hit that, then you don't have to worry about missing any videos. They'll pop up friendly on your YouTube feed. So hopefully you've enjoyed that, and let me know how it goes. Post in the comments or see me on Twitter, SJ Carter Smith. Just pop over there and send me a message on how you're doing. You can even send me a swing and I'll give you a bit of feedback on what I think. Anyway guys, so see you next week. Enjoy. Why is it every time I try and do anything, look at this. That's not a little helicopter. I'll have to wait for that now. I'm sure whatever they're doing is not that important today.